Many thanks for being there. Dozens more holiday flights have been cancelled across the UK, resulting in a third day of travel chaos for airline passengers following CrowdStrike's botched software update. After hundreds of flights were grounded by the global Microsoft IT outage on Friday, knock-on delays have continued through the weekend, with EasyJet so far cancelling 24 flights at London Gatwick and British Airways cancelling a dozen of flights at London Heathrow on Sunday. It comes as Microsoft released a recovery tool to help repair Windows machines hit by the glitch after the company disclosed that 8.5 million devices were affected. The tool is designed to aid in quickly recovering impacted machines via a bootable USB drive. Meanwhile, the Australian Home Affairs Minister, Clare revealed on Sunday that CrowdStrike has told the federal government it is now close to rolling out an automatic fix which would enable systems to return online. Joining us to discuss this further is a cybersecurity analyst, Olusanmi Fabode. Olusanmi, it's nice to know that you joined us to talk about this on the news.
Thank you.
To even start with, looking at the monumental catastrophe that this particular glitch has caused not only in UK, but in several countries around the world, how come no one actually, saw it coming? No one was able to foretell such an occurrence in such an advanced country? Or is this something that could have happened to anyone?
Thanks for having me. So outages like this occur, they occur regularly, but most of these companies have a way of covering up their tracks and ensuring that it doesn't affect many customers. In this situation, because of Microsoft's market share and because CrowdStrike is the #1 leading managed cybersecurity platform for most of these multinationals, the issue was inevitable because a lot of these companies are using CrowdStrike as their security provider. So if Microsoft is your primary operating system and you're protecting your systems against cyber attacks, ransomwares, then it is inevitable that your system might get affected by this update. So the only way this could have been avoided is basically to have a redundant system and infrastructure that ensures that you don't just put all your eggs in one basket. That means you have a backup. You have more than one provider. It's not a supply chain issue.
All right, let's get it down to Nigeria now. How vulnerable is Nigeria's IT infrastructure to global outages like this particular recent one that we're just talking about, the Microsoft incident?
Okay, because our banks and our airlines and most of our industry, they run off the backbone of the multinationals like Microsoft, like Amazon. Their cloud services are big in Nigeria. So, as I said before, it's almost inevitable that the average Nigerian user or the average Nigerian computer user or enterprise user will be susceptible to this sort of outage. So it's a disruption. It occurs. It happens a lot. But with best practices in your own Nigerian office at the management level, it's very, very possible to ensure these kind of things don't happen. But it is very, very difficult to say that because we're in Nigeria, you won't be affected. We are using a lot of Western technology. Infrastructure.
Of course. So in case of a probable occurrence or reoccurrence coming up, what are the specific precautionary measures now that you think Nigerian businesses should begin to take into cognizance to actually either mitigate the effect or actually stay insulated from such disruptions?
That's a good question. So as I said before, so best practice states that you should have a redundant system. So you shouldn't just put all your eggs in one basket. If I'm trying to secure 1,000 systems in my bank in Ikoyi, I'd rather secure 500 with one service provider and another 500, so that on a day like this, when this kind of thing occurs, you don't have 1,000 computers off and all my employees are not working. So you kind of have to have a layered layered structure where you put some of your systems under security of one provider and then another one on another provider. And then you can also ensure that your staff are trained to watch out for things like this. Although this isn't a cyber attack, but it just so happens to look like what a cyber attack would appear to be if there was one. This was just a blackout. The blue screen of death has always happened back in the day when Microsoft was still young then. We all know what the blue screen of death is. But now it is a huge problem because now you can't fly, people can't go for surgery, a lot of things are happening. So if you have 1,000 systems, it is very wise and it's very prudent of you if you can ensure that you have more than one service provider. It's that simple.
So what if it was a malware? What if it was a virus? Because you just mentioned it now that thank God that is not a cyber attack. So what if that was what happened? Because Microsoft said that it has released recovery tools to help repair the Windows machines, but we don't know how long that would take. So if it was a virus attack, how bad do you think the situation would have been?
Oh, so this has occurred before. So in 2016 there was the Mirai. There's been a number of attacks. There was one Accra in 2019. So what happened then was people were at the mercy of the ransomware group. So people didn't really know what to do. So in a situation where there's a ransomware or a cyber attack, the most you can do is reach out to your service provider and wait for a legitimate update. You don't try to fix things yourself. You don't really know if your engineers are not educated enough to treat a zero-day attack, an attack that was never on any database before that any cybersecurity company knew about. So in those situations, you reach out to your service provider and you bring out your business continuity plans and your disaster recovery plans, and you ensure that you are doing the right things in case you have to face something bigger than what you thought was on ground, because most of the cyber attacks are very, very they're bad because they lock up your data. You have to pay before they get restored. So yeah, it's nasty business.
All right. So finally, considering the delayed rollout of recovery tools by CrowdStrike and Microsoft, how soon do you think this particular issue would phase out? Because, of course, like we've been able to establish, a lot of flights have been delayed, a lot of businesses are affected, a lot of travel time is on a downtime.
So the best ETA estimated time I can give is perhaps a week. So there are some systems that are remotely controlled and they stand alone in remote areas. Those systems will need an engineer to perhaps fly there and go and get hands-on those systems. For systems that are in buildings, in banks, your engineer can easily follow the instructions by CrowdStrike, and within a few days, all your systems in your organization are back online. But for systems that are remote, that are managed by not your company but another company, those ones it might take months because they might not be critical systems, so nobody really cares about them. For critical systems, once there's a patch out, once there are instructions from CrowdStrike and Microsoft, I'm sure within a few days, within a week, everything's back on track.
Okay, Olusanmi Fabode, Cybersecurity Analyst, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts with us on the news.